Welcome YouTube. We are doing another video, another discussion video. This one is going to be what would you like to see in either the next patch or future patches. So we have been getting a lot of patches recently. First and foremost, before I get started, make sure you guys do check out my Twitch channel. I'll post a link to that down below in the description. We stream very frequently in the mornings on EU. And also make sure you guys do subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And make sure that you guys, check out my other videos, hit this one with a like, comment your own ideas. But this video is going to be what would you guys like to see for future patches? Why? Buffs, nerfs, changes. Obviously, we have talked about in the past things like solo queue, stuff like that. That is completely okay. That is something we could touch on. I'm more talking about balance changes, I guess, and why. Discussions about those. I mean, if there's things that would potentially couple with that, like, I would potentially say I would like there to be the change on how the wells work. I am not a fan. I like that they did do the well changes, but I don't like how they did it. I think the well changes were necessary. I think the well shouldn't be tied to the fort. I think it should be tied to this gate right here. You destroy the gate, you can attack the well. I think that would be one change I would like to see. Balance changes? Sherry control. Let's not do that. But yeah, let's Medivh remove from the game. I wouldn't hate it. But yeah, so. Oh my god, I should have killed Zul'jin there. So in terms of buffs and nerfs, what do you guys want? In terms of me, we have already done some. We just did a most recent balance match where we buffed Nova, Medivh, and Lily. Like Nora's idea. I would like them to nerf some of the higher win rate heroes. Again, I do believe the balance of the game is in a pretty good spot, but I think we could probably target a couple things like Rhaegar. You could target some stuff like Hogger, things that are winning pretty readily. Hogger's generally better at higher ranks. As a player who plays in mid to low gold, I don't generally see Hoggers being that threatening. The Arthas rework, yes, I would like to see that. I don't generally see a lot of value coming from the from Hogger, but I do know that at higher ranks that's kind of the case. I do believe Rhaegar needs to be toned down a bit. One of the things I brought up before is to remove his self-ancestral. I feel like he does not need the ability to ancestral himself to be viable. I feel like that the way it was before is more than enough. I know that not everyone agrees with that, and that is completely okay, but that is my feeling on that. I want to know everyone's feelings on stuff. Rhaegar needs to be toned down a little bit. Again, I believe Hogger Junkrat is someone that could be. Maybe longer cooldowns on his mines. But yeah, those are definitely discussions that I would like to see for future balance changes. Could always ancestral himself. No, they actually took it away for a while. There's actually a couple year point where they removed his self-ancestral. He started being able to do it, and then they removed it, and then they brought it back. And I definitely believe it's not a change that is necessary. See if we can get a time trap right there. Alright, we're going to leave it up. Just leave it, let it, see if we can get value from it while we're fighting. Like I said, I don't feel like Hogger is super, impactful at this elo. I mean, I think he's good. I'm just getting chased. Straight line. I think he's good. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think he's OP. If that makes sense. Just play anti-healing? True. Alright, we do have Molten Core coming out. So what kind of changes would you guys like to see? Other things I would like to see are obviously new heroes, but we're more talking about balance changes and heroes that you think could use buffs, could use nerfs. As a person who likes Tassadar, I feel like he could probably do for a buff. He is a bit of a weird spot because he's pretty good as he stands right now. Nice kill. Oh, are we dead? See if we can get a time trap out here. All right, nice job. Are you able to get that? You could buff some of the, and I haven't looked at the percentages. All anti-healers are untuned for the meta, yeah. Mine's either get health bars or a health bar on that wouldn't be bad, because I believe in Overwatch you can actually kill the Junkrat traps. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that's a functionality there. Junkrat traps, which is something that I believe they should be able to do here. I mean, longer cooldown and health bar would be nice on it. I think Stukov needs a nerf. Johanna has anti-healing, yeah. What ult do we want to take here? Let's go loop. Yeah, but I think Stukov's another one that could use a nerf. I think his silence is a little too strong. Oh, I hate myself. Never mind. We're actually doing a lot of damage there. Oh. No nerfs on Stukov. I feel like Stukov's a little strong at higher ranks. He's similar to Hogger. He's not as strong at lower ranks, but at higher ranks he really pops off. Always go body check on Garrosh. You think Garrosh should have a nerf? I feel like Garrosh is very punishable by better players. And I feel like Garrosh is the epitome of an early game hero. He's very susceptible to percent damage and just late game scaling. So I think that if anything, you need to make his late game better. I don't think Garrosh is in a terrible spot right now.
Have I done this before?
Oh, Rag's dead. He has counterplay. Diablo, I feel like could potentially get tuned back a little bit. I'm just thinking of obviously the Arthas buff. I don't know if the Arthas rework was going to make him into a bruiser. I don't know if that was the plan, but I think Arthas definitely needs to be toyed with a little bit. He needs to be taller, but that's unrelated to anything. But I think that you know, having that Arthas rework come through, I feel like Chen could use some love. Alright, rest of my team's not here. Vala's rotating away. It's 3v4. 10 free blink. Zeratul, yes. Zeratul is another 100%. And I'm glad you guys are throwing out names, because in the middle of a game, I literally can't... He hit nothing with that. We're literally 3v4. I can't think of everything off the top of my head, so throwing out names of one that you like so I can you know, talk about it, I definitely appreciate. Slow down the barrel like before. Huge difference in controlling the target? Yeah. Mei could use a buff. Worst tank ever has been called. But yeah, so these are some good ideas and things that I would like to see. Oh, and we're going to thank Eddie for actually being the one to come up with this idea as well. My team's not anywhere near. Literally did not even move from middle. Team is AFK mid. Anubra or Anduin walks up to the towers. I just hate him so much. Anduin walks up. Team doesn't help me with the loop. It was Eddie's idea, by the way. And then our tank just jumped in. It's hard to tell. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and normally I wouldn't do this, but we're gonna mute Vala. I don't want her to TOS her way into me not being able to post this video. So normally I don't mute people for anyone who does come to my stream. I usually leave chat open for stream enjoyability. But I don't want to suddenly be able to not post this video because she gets super tilted and goes all off the rails with TOS things. Pre-made teams need to be banned. Put random solo queues. That's a whole different topic as well, but I do think solo queue Storm League is definitely a change I'd like to make. I'm more talking about like balance related changes to either to maps or to heroes. We have definitely talked about changes that we'd like to see in terms of the game, with solo queue being at the top of the list. 100% agree with that. But I want to know people's thoughts on balance changes and like map related changes. I actually do have a video on my thoughts on solo queue, wanting to bring back solo queue Storm Lake because that is one of my biggest passions. Is actually solo queue Storm League. One of the things I want back the most is solo queue Storm League. On my entire team, we got a good kill and then my team died. But yeah, so in terms of, so we've talked about some balance changes. I want to know people's balance change ideas as well. But I want to know what sort of map balance changes would you like to see as well? Obviously fixing Haunted Mines, bring back Haunted Mines. You just said it, Ether. Get rid of Warhead Junction completely. I like Warhead. I feel like when we're, okay, well, let's talk about Haunted Mines first. Fix all the bugs. You know, obviously it hasn't been touched in years. Fix the bugs. I don't necessarily want Haunted Mines in ranked, but I think it could be fine in quick match. Fix the bugs on it. Make it better in terms of making it more of an incentive to go into the mines. I've thrown out a couple of ideas for it in the past. I think one of the changes that they could do for mines is change the way the camps work. Have the camps empower the golem. You know, take a camp. So if you take the camp during the objective, when you get the golem, it actually either gives it more health, gives it more damage, something like that. I think that would be a better change. You could also make it so there is a poison cloud that spawns when Haunted Mines when the mines spawn, and then you could make it so the longer you stay above, the more poison damage you take. Remove everything. I think that those are two different ways that you could handle it to incentivize people going in the mines. The poison cloud, I think, would eliminate potentially some of the different play. So I think that one might be a little bit harder. I really like the idea of having the camps buff the golem. I think that would be a very good change for it. And I think that that would probably be the number one thing. Onto Warhead. The biggest thing with Warhead is the nukes need to scale more. Bring back center damage, first and foremost. Several years ago, they removed center damage on the nuke, and they still have the indicator. Bring back center damage on the nukes. The reason Warhead sucks so bad is because it's a large map, and it has, the objective doesn't scale very well. And on the topic of maps, well, nerf the boss a little bit. On the topic of maps, Hanamura, I actually kind of like that map. You want to make the objective better on that, nerf the samurai. Those would be changes I would like to see. Cocoon on me every single time. Blizzard just won't listen. Zero saving Hanamura. I think that they could do that to save Hanamura. There's definitely, because the thing is, people have been asking for new maps. Cool, I want new maps. I also did a video on Resurgence of the Storm. I have thoughts about that as well. But bringing in, revitalizing some of these maps would be a good way to not necessarily give you a new map, but give you a different focus. Like what they did with Garden of Terror is a perfect example. They almost reworked the map into a new map. It was the same theme with the terrors and everything, but they essentially reworked the way the map worked and essentially gave us a whole new map. Two lanes do suck, but I do like having the variety, and I actually don't mind Hanamura. But I think that those would be, those are some changes I'd like to see. Honestly, my least favorite, this Murden just keeps YOLOing in. And again, I want to hear everyone's thoughts, especially in chat. This Murden's just bad.
See you in a few moments.
Alright, let's back up a little bit. Alright, can we get a kill here? No? Nothing? Alright, nice spell shield. Smash, for example, is very unpopular. Oh yeah, so on the topic of maps, we're literally on a map right now that could use a rework. I think one of the best things they could do for Volskaya is, you know, buff the protector. Like the biggest thing with the map is how weak the protector is. And I think that those are changes that they could implement as well. I'm dead. Lilith, new hero class? Yeah, oh, new heroes would be perfect. And maybe we'll do a separate video on heroes we would like in the game. That's actually a good idea. I need to make a note of that. This objective is pretty much trash. You generally you put one person inside of it. A couple of ideas that I have had for the objective. Nothing that really seems 100% like, oh, that's it. One of them is turn it into a single person vehicle and have essentially the gunner be AI controlled. Have it be cast all those abilities, but have it cast those abilities on its own. That is one thing you could do. You could not the biggest fan of that one. I'm just thinking of ideas. Also, I would say potentially you could make it so obviously buff the objective, make it better. But a two-person vehicle, it's hard. That it just making it better is a one, but I feel like you could easily make it broken. The other one I've thought of is people in the gunner seat only get one action button, get an extra action button that essentially you could say cast the turret, like your W, and make it so you can cast your normal abilities while you're inside the protector. I feel like that would be a good change as well. Make it so you can cast your normal abilities while you're inside the protector. That one also could be a little busted, because one of the things is, you know, a lot of heroes are just better off with their normal abilities while they're inside the protector. Yeah. Doing nothing while standing on the point is true. Though, the reason for that partially is because of the fact that you don't have any reason to fight over it. If the objective is worth fighting over, then there would be a reason to fight over it. This Muradin is just trolling, almost to a point. Like, if there was a reason to fight over the map, then I think people would. This is more just for CDR. Something you turn into color so you don't have to AFK 90 seconds. See if we actually don't lose here. Yeah, these are some good ideas, though. I do appreciate all of you guys and your support with these. It looks like this game is going to be coming to an end. We did get some good balance change ideas. But yeah, so map needs a jungle. It could be add more fog to it, so like the Haka and stuff could work. But I do encourage you guys, if any of you do have ideas, do drop them in the comment section below this video. And check out my other videos as well. Like I said, check out my Twitch stream. I do stream rather frequently. But yeah, like I said, if any of you do have ideas, I would like to hear them, whether it be balance change ideas, whether it be map change ideas. We went over the well, what, you know, the change I do to the well. There's obviously many more balance changes out there that people could have for ideas. Preface this is nothing about anything that's coming. These are just cool ideas that we like to talk about. So again, I do encourage you guys to let me know in the comments what changes you would like to see. And most importantly, make sure you guys follow my Twitch stream. Make sure you guys subscribe, comment, like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night or a good afternoon.